A little bitty boy, my grandmother bought me a cute little toy.
Who does it? Stars do it. I rear-ended a lady. I rear-ended her hard. Ma'am, I'm sorry that, yes, I did hit your car, but I'm insured. I got cracked. Good evening. This is Duncan Lee with DrinkinAZ and the Dunk Tank. Tonight we have some very special guests. First of all, we have, of course, my co-host, which is the one, the only, the fabulous Dan Choinere. How you doing, Dan?
I am great. What's happening, Dunk?
Oh, I tell you, anything better? I don't know. They'd probably name me after a national holiday. Something with donuts or something dipped in grease. I'm not really sure.
There you go.
We also have another couple special guests that decided. I saw them on the side of the road hitching a ride, and I says, you two look like you need a ride, so come on over and come to the show. No, they are John and Travis, and they're with Lazer Etc or ETC or Etch. So however you want to pronounce this, they're John and Travis. Hey guys, how you doing?
Very well.
Good. So they're in a very innovative small company, and we're going to have a chance a little bit later on to talk to them. Biggest thing, first and foremost, is I want to know what's going on with Dan. I mean, Mother Road's just blown up. First of all, what's new and exciting over at Mother Road now?
Just living the dream. It's really exciting. Last week we got our pilot system delivered to the brewery. So it's a 3-barrel pilot system. They built a platform up on top of the whirlpool. So we're going to be able to start making some experimentals, some one-offs, doing some more collaborations with people. So very excited about that. That should be up and running late July, early August.
And you just had that big, the big tasting thing there in D.C., right?
Oh, yeah. Michael and Alyssa, our founders, they went to Savor in Washington, D.C., preeminent craft beer and food pairing event. We were very honored, the only brewery from Arizona invited to attend.
Yeah.
So Michael, yeah, it's pretty cool. Michael and Alyssa flew out there. They presented 2 of our beers. They were in a booth right next to the owner from Victory, so they got to meet him and hang out with him. It was a really neat time.
And then, so with this new system, how does that all kind of incorporate when you're there? So basically, it's just an additional sort of brewing system, or?
Right. So Urs, our brewmaster, he's a brewer. He likes to experiment. I mean, that's why he became a brewer, because he loves to create things. So it's a lot easier to try something new on a smaller scale on a 6-barrel system versus 15 barrels, because one, it might not turn out good. So if it doesn't turn out good, you don't have the initial investment of all the product. You're also time. It's taking up less resources when you do it on a smaller scale like that. And he can try new things and just get really creative. So it's very exciting.
What are some ideas?
I don't know what he's come up with so far.
What are your ideas?
What are my ideas?
Wow.
Oh man, I'd love to see lots of exciting stuff. We've recently gotten some more barrels, so we've got about 9 or 10 barrels now in our barrel program. So this past weekend at Made in the Shade up in Flagstaff, they debuted Wooden Spoke Series number 3, which is bourbon barrel aged Lost Highway.
Oh man, I didn't get in on that.
I know.
I didn't either. They sent me to Tucson, so. But that's really exciting. I can't wait to try that.
How was Made in the Shade?
It went really well this year. It was at a new spot. It was actually in the shade, so it's
I
not
heard
just
a couple people saying that last time it wasn't. Or
no.
like that.
Before it was basically in the parking lot. So you're in Flagstaff where it's nice and cool, but you're standing on asphalt where it's still 90 plus degrees. So,
Thanks.
But this time it was actually on grass, in the shade. Not just a clever name any longer. Very, very, very well received. So.
These guys were over at Made in the Shade.
We
Yes,
were.
sir. Second event.
And you had a lot of success there? Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, we did. We got rid of all our glassware that we brought out to the festival, all the festival glasses, all the Made in the Shade logo glasses.
All the demos we made, people bought everything.
Yeah, people bought everything.
They liked everything we made.
We debuted our stainless steel growler, which will be on the market here in Arizona
July 24th.
July 24th.
Very nice. Just in time for the new law pass.
That's right.
It's weird,
Yeah,
isn't
we're
it?
going to definitely hit that up later because that's a conversation all on its own, isn't it?
Yeah,
Indeed.
definitely.
Okay, so you were there, and there's a lot of vendors here.
There was a good amount of vendors. We were actually positioned right next to the T-shirt spot, so our pitch was you can't drink out of a T-shirt.
And it was pretty well located because we were right next to the bathroom, so everybody saw us. We kind of picked that spot for ourselves. So.
What about Mother Road? Did they have a good spot that you know of?
I believe it was a good spot. From the pictures I saw, it looked like we had a good line. I know I was down in Tucson. There was also an event in Tucson at the zoo, at Reed Park Zoo. It was Brew at the Zoo. So Craft Tucson put on Brew at the Zoo, Ales for Apes, and they were raising money to provide a new habitat for the gibbons type of monkey. So it was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, we had nice lines the whole time, nonstop pouring. We were in a really good spot, and ran out of one of our beers. So people were thirsty.
What were you pouring?
We had the Gold Road. We had Roadside, our American Style Pale Ale. We had Lost Highway, Black IPA.
Oh, you're pouring 3 of them, huh?
And what we were pouring 4.
Really?
We also had Open Road, our summer seasonal, which is an English style summer ale.
So let's try the Open Road.
There you go.
Nobody here has any cooties, but if you do, this will kill them.
This would kill them.
Beer will handle it.
So Open Road is an English summer ale. English summer ales are traditionally spiced in some manner.
Thank you very much.
Urs did a really good job with this beer. We dry spice it, so I'm sure you've heard of dry hopping with beers, where they add hops into secondary. With this beer, he takes pink peppercorns and Szechuan peppercorns, and he actually adds those into secondary. Lets it sit in there for a couple days. So to me, the first time I had this beer, it tasted like drinking a beer outside on a summer day. Like that's what came to my mind.
It's really refreshing like that. Indeed.
It's a very good beer.
Someone else, they described it as it tastes like monsoon. So as you know, when living here in the desert, when it starts to rain in the summer and the water hits the earth and stirs up the smells, yeah.
It doesn't taste like my wife's cooking.
Not like your wife. No, not like your wife's cooking.
No, but, I digress. I pick on her, but the fact is she has a lot of different really good menus.
Well, she must. She must be doing a good job.
I know. We have McDonald's right by the house.
There you
We
go.
got Pizza Hut. We got I kid. Honey, I love you. But the nice thing
hope
is
so.
you never listen to this, so we're going to be okay. She always says, I'm not interested
This'll be that
in
time.
beer stuff. I'm not interested. I'm like, all right, so you were doing 4 beers there, and then the lines are, what was it, like $40-50 to get in, kind of regular pricing?
Yeah, I think it was $40 to get in. Got a nice little taster glass and 20 tickets, and it was really cool because it started at 6 o'clock. So the sunset it went till 9:30, and it was spread throughout the zoo. So it didn't get overcrowded with thousands of people in one spot because people got to walk around the zoo at night, look at the different animal exhibits, the animals that were still moving around, or hey, look, it's a sleeping elephant.
Was that the first time that you've been there?
Yes. Yeah. We'd heard about it. I think last year was the first time that it had been put on, and it was our first time being there. We were in a really great spot. We loved it, and can't wait to go back again next year.
Very cool. And so that's just been one event lately. Have you had some takeovers lately as well in the past?
Tonight,
couple weeks or
tonight we're here at Tops, and they've got 5 of our beers on. It's a chance to say goodbye to White Walls, our spring seasonal. You won't see that again until next year. Really excited. They've got the Open Road, the English Summer Ale. Gold Road, our Kolsch style ale, 4.3%. And that's a perfect summer beer.
Yeah.
Drink it all day,
Floating down the river.
Yep.
Damn right.
Lost Highway, our black IPA, 8%. Still good summer beer. Depends on how you want your summer to go.
Blacked out.
Yeah.
It's a great beer, man.
And then a really special treat, they brought in Roadside Grove tonight. Roadside Grove, the base beer is Roadside, our gold medal winning American style pale ale. But it's dosed with fresh grapefruit zest, which gives it this really bright grapefruit notes.
Why don't we try that? We'll take a little break and then we can try it.
Absolutely.
So this is Dunk with the Dunk Tank and DrinkinAZ, and we're gonna come back and try some of Mother Road's awesome beer.
Phoenix Brewing Supply is an online retailer based in the Phoenix metro area. This online shop is geared up to give the homebrewer competitive prices on a wide selection of all of your homebrewing needs. Phoenix Brewing Supply provides quick access to a variety of hops, yeast, additives, and adjuncts, spiral fermenters, 5-star chemicals, chillers, draft equipment, plumbing, and hardware are all products you can find at the click of a button. When you can get most orders shipped within one business day, why go anywhere else? Log on to phoenixbrewingsupply.com today and receive 10% off of your first order when you register online. Phoenix Brewing Supply. What are you brewing today?
And we're back with DrinkinAZ and the Dunk Tank. This is Duncan Lee and Dan Choinere, and our special guest from Lazer Etching, where if you want anything etched, they can do it, except maybe a tattoo, because that'd just be plain
That's got legal
weird.
issues.
I gotta say, just because we're Lazer Etc, which means we'll do a lot more. We got 3D printers, water jetting. We're in there. We'll make you a lot of stuff.
See, there you go.
Lazer's
So
our front runner.
we're definitely going to be expecting big things from them. But now I'm really expecting big things from this next beer. We're such a grapefruit infused.
Yeah.
Wow, I can smell
So that process is
Yeah, Urs makes a grapefruit zest there in the brewery with fresh grapefruit, and adds it into the keg of Roadside. Comes up with our Roadside Grove. So you get a lot of fresh, really bright grapefruit notes.
I smelt that right away.
Oh yeah, you can taste it right away too.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
It's good
Not too
breakfast
over.
beer. Goes nice with your cereal in
Oh,
the morning.
yeah.
I didn't think. Yeah, it does. Goes
on the
down-
weekend.
Down with your Wheaties.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
still make Wheaties.
Huh. What do you think, Adam?
It's good. It's really good.
And this is really nice
Smooth.
too. This is it is refreshing. This is
It's totally refreshing.
typically only available at the brewery, so it's kind of a special thing that we brought it down special just for tonight,
Awesome.
or as long as the keg lasts.
Wow. Okay, so this is the second one out of our taste tester.
The next one here, this is the White Walls. So White Walls was our springtime seasonal, a lot of tropical pineapple notes. This is one of the other beers that we sent to Savor along with the Lost Highway.
I really like White Walls because it's not the whole, not a big aftertaste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's our it's our extra pale ale. We don't call it a white IPA because, again, the white IPA has connotations that has wheat or Belgian yeast, which this doesn't have. This just has a lot of late edition Chinook hops, and that's where the pineapple and tropical notes come from.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's got that sweet note.
So when they presented this beer at Savor, they paired it with clams on the half shell. And
Ooh.
yeah, kind of a cool thing. We did a dinner at Caballero out in Goodyear.
Paul's good people.
Paul and Tony are great people, and they kind of recreated the menu of that was served at Savor in Washington D.C. Adam and Katie both came and enjoyed and imbibed.
Katie, did you totally love it?
It was fantastic.
What was your favorite part?
I actually really like the clams. I know you were just talking about, but that was probably one of my favorites, was the clams. Yeah.
I was excited to check it out because obviously I didn't get to go to Washington, D.C., but it was still a way to experience the event and the food and the beer pairings. So keep an eye out. We're looking to do more dinners like that. the rest of the year, kind of recreating the atmosphere and the experience.
Awesome.
And we definitely want to talk about that here in a little bit. But I'm excited about this last beer.
The Lost Highway.
Lost Highway. Boy,
So-
this looks as black as my soul.
So it's summertime. Sometimes people have connotations where, oh, I don't drink dark beers in summertime. I'm more along the lines of I drink good beer all the time.
That's
Ooh,
right.
well said.
So, I mean, on paper, the beer can look a little imposing, 8%, 100 IBUs, but it doesn't drink like that. It drinks very medium-bodied. You get a lot of roasty notes, a lot of toasty notes, which is why when we enter in competitions, sometimes we throw it in the American Stout category. Draft Magazine gave it a gold medal. Really proud of that. Beverage Chasing Institute gave us a 94 rating and a gold medal as well. It's genre crossing. It kind of blurs some lines there, but we're very proud of that beer.
It's a great beer. That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm drinking
I
right
got a
now.
pint of it right in front of me. Cheers.
And then, so you spoke a little bit about your calendar.
Yeah.
What are some very cool things that people can see you doing coming up, though?
We've got a lot of exciting events. I'm doing some promos for the World Cup, different places around town.
Nice.
We did one last week for the United States first game. That was fun, walking around with a pitcher of beer, pouring samples for people decked out in American flags, rooting the team on until Ghana scored, and then you're walking around pouring consoling beers for people. And then 2 minutes later, the U.S. scored again, and everybody was happy. So that was a good time. We've got a couple beer dinners coming up as well. We're really excited about.
Where at?
The first one's going to be July 10th at the Local. The Local is a nice new place downtown on Roosevelt and First Street. They focus on local beer, all local beer. They focus on local food. So we're actually going to be their very first beer dinner there. Very excited about that.
Wow.
So if you're interested, check them out, get a hold of them online, give them a call, sign up for that. Again, that's July 10th. July 11th, we're doing a beer dinner at the Arrogant Butcher downtown as well. And then
Not been there.
the Arrogant Butcher,
Yeah, no.
it's pretty cool. It's kitty corner across from U.S. Airways Arena where the Suns and the Phoenix Mercury play. So
Yeah, I was just down.
But
down
that's
there.
like women's basketball, right?
it is women's basketball.
Okay, I'm just curious. That's all.
I think they're pretty good.
Since there, no,
You're-
Katie, no,
you're-
Katie. There's nothing wrong with women's basketball.
You're single, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you think they're good.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you're really good at basketball. You want to go on a date in my car?
Get it? See?
Get it?
Can't tell nobody nothing.
Got it.
I'm sorry, Dan. We digress.
Oh no worries.
That would be pretty cool. We might make shoes.
Well-
Get your Nikes with your name on it.
That's
There
pretty
you
cool.
go.
Is, right?
Ooh.
The other really big thing that we're very excited about is the Arizona Brewers Guild is putting on another festival in July. For anybody that's attended the Strong Ale Festival during Arizona Beer Week, you know that the Guild does a really good job when it comes to putting on these events. We're happy to be a part of Real, Wild, and Woody, which takes place on July 19th at Tempe Center for the Arts. It's an indoor beer festival in the middle of summer. The cool thing about this is everybody's a VIP because they're only selling 1,000 tickets. So you get a commemorative glass cup for it. It's going to be the focus is going to be all Arizona beers. And it's going to be a lot of one-offs, once in a lifetime. This is the only place you get to drink these. Real
Nice.
beer, meaning cask conditioned ale. So
Ooh.
a lot of firkins, a lot of cask ales. Wild, meaning spontaneously fermented. So a lot of sour beers, a lot of wild beers. And then woody, meaning barrel aged. So we're excited. We're entering all three categories.
Interesting.
Bringing a beer for each one of those.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So it sounds like you got a full plate.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Isn't it amazing? Seriously, you've been working for Mother Road for 4 months, dude. And you're already like this, I don't know, like beer demigod for Mother Road. I mean, people come see you and they're like, "It's Dan. Hey, Dan."
I don't know if I'd go that far, but thank you. Thank you very much.
Seriously though, people, you've done a bang up job for them. I'm sure they're just really pleased to have you.
It's nice when you love your job. It's nice when you have a product that you believe in, and it's nice when your company makes really good beer. So that makes it pretty easy for me.
It's nice. Well, okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take another break. And when we come back, we have wonderful gentlemen here. We're going to talk to John and Travis, and they get to talk to us about their laser etching company and all the things that they've got going on, and especially there's a new law coming up and how that affects you, the consumer. So this is Dunk with the Dunk Tank here at DrinkinAZ, and we will be back shortly.
This is Adam with DrinkinAZ. I want to tell you guys about Sun Devil Liquors. This is a massive store that can serve all your beverage needs. They feature wine tasting every Thursday from their swanky cellar, beer tastings on Friday nights featuring 8 different beers on tap and a specialty on cask. You can pick out any bottle to mix and match, choose from over 350 kegs, 1,000 specialty beers, and over 1,500 imported or domestic wines. Check them out at 235 North Country Club Drive, Mesa, Arizona.
And this is Duncan back with DrinkinAZ, and we have other special guests, some special friends of the show now, John and Travis, and they're here with Lazer Etching, Lazer Etc, and right out of Chandler. So thanks for coming, guys. I met you. I don't know. It was an American. So
Yeah,
it was
American.
like a month ago.
Yeah. A little over, I suppose.
So when you were an American, was that a pretty exciting experience? Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was definitely. Oh, I beat him to it. He even asked me. American was really fun. That was our very first event, actually. And that's where we got to kind of debut it and kind of promote our product and our service and see how people felt about it, really.
And you're a really young company. I mean, you're kind of like us. You're versions.
Yeah.
We are.
So
We're only 5 months old, even, barely.
how did you come up with the idea to do this?
Well, after he told me that we were able to use the workspace and we could rent out the machines and the equipment, I was all for it. I've been using the machines for 4 years now, the design software for 4 years, so I'm really fluent with it.
And I like starting businesses.
So we had to make moves on that.
Yep,
Match made in heaven.
That's
pretty
right.
much.
But you've known each other for a really long time anyways, right?
Too long.
Yeah, I mean, since like 7th, 8th grade, and we're 24 now.
Brothers from another mother.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll. And we got to give a shout out to Tech Shop. That's actually where we work from, and they're actually a really cool company. They're new, innovative, pretty. If you can look them up.
And then so Tech Shop, they're just real easy to work with. What's their biggest thing?
The biggest thing is they'll let you come in and invent something or make something or do whatever you want and take no proceeds from it. They literally, it's a gym for your mind, and they just let you go wild in there. And they give you access to equipment that you otherwise would never have or could only find in China type deal. And it almost like reinvents American manufacturing. It's cool.
Was all that donated by maybe some rich benefactor? And
No, I know they co-signed with ASU, so that's how some of it was paid. But they just like find material from old closed down shops, like old equipment. So it's not all like brand new stuff. Some of it is, but they piece it together.
okay. And you're so tell me about some of the promotional items, some of the different items you're doing. What are you going to be known for in the industry?
Well, right now we're doing Desert Eagles keychains. We just got those keychains put out to. I'm sure they're at Outback and Chopper John's, and I know that they're going to be in any other place that Desert Eagle has their beer, giving out as free samples with their beer.
Yeah.
We also have our glassware in there for personal use and for sale.
Now wait, when you say your glassware, you've actually etched their logo
on their glassware, and they use it at their brewery for their beers.
Their specialty in particular.
Okay.
Brandy sniffers. Pretty nice.
So you have.
But we do all kinds of
glasses.
stuff, really. Yeah,
What
like
else?
I mean, we just made a caduceus. I believe that's how it's said. The medical symbol. We stainless steel water jetted it out, and then mounted it about an inch off some maple stained wood. Made it for a doctor. That looks pretty good. We're making North Mountain a 6 by 3 foot sign that's going to have their logo. So we're kind of, what we do is we're smart, we're young, and we're bored, and we'll make you something. So if you have something on your mind that you otherwise can't get made, you don't have the tools, the equipment, or the time, you let us know, and we'll make it for you. Just to be, because we're very broad, and we're very capable, and we work with a lot of things, and it's...
So the different materials, you can work with wood, metal, give me a
as
list.
far as laser engraving, we work with wood, metal, acrylics, ceramics, different types of fabric,
rubber, cardboard,
cardboard, stone,
foam,
damn near anything. But we also do 3D models of images, and we're trying to get into the tap handle scene.
Yeah, we prototype. We're working on a 3D skills,
casting and molding, powder coating,
water jetting, CNC wood.
Could you prototype a nice meatloaf and potatoes?
I'm sure we could, but it wouldn't taste good.
You gotta call NASA for that one. They're the ones making space food.
I'm just saying, I love meatloaf, and I haven't get it in 15 years probably at least.
I'll prototype it, but it ain't gonna taste good. I'll promise that.
You can make it like a cupcake, like chocolate.
Nice. But now you have the biggest thing coming up is there's this whole new law, and you touched on it earlier. Tell me about the whole stainless steel growlers and etching that.
Well, we're gonna hop on that. So that's about to be legal now, because for people that don't know, they forgot to put metal in the law at the description of a growler material, so they're technically illegal and they can't fill them. But July
right now can only be glass containers.
That's correct.
So 24th.
July 24th.
Yep. And that's when they will become legal, and they will hit the market, and they're appealing. They look nice. You can take them down the river. You can take them camping. You can do a lot with them.
You can throw them down a mountain for all you care.
Yeah, so like if you
Your
go
beer
camping,
you'll be
still drinking
good.
your beer. It might be a little foamy, but yeah. So we'll etch and engrave those, and like we debuted it at Made in the Shade, and people loved it.
We just see Hoppy is here.
What up, Hoppy?
Arizona.
We do their
brewery
glasses
tours.
also. There we go.
That's right.
The man with a plan.
So yeah, so you worked with Hoppy already, so that's very cool. And then are you just on, for the old people, the Facebook?
We're on Facebook. We also have our website. It's www.Lazer etc, laser spelled with a Z, Lazer etc.com.
We got Instagram. We're working on our social media game. We try to do not daily, but I mean like a lot of uploads to keep people entertained. We grew up with it. We understand it.
So Dan, being in the beer industry, and then even obviously with your past, where do you see these guys being able to really launch out? I mean, like with you've been in the work field for many
I think
years.
it's going to be great. I mean, a couple young guys with dreams like this early on. Sky's the limit for this company. So
thank you.
Pretty
Thank you
exciting to see where it's headed.
Thank you.
I wonder if even in like places like Whole Foods and different things, what kind of implications they could have there.
Approaching them, seeing if Whole Foods would be kind of difficult because it's a national chain.
Yeah, we prefer the small. Like we operate off of smaller end like breweries, and we're just tapping into the beer scene because we understand it, we recognize it, and we appreciate it. So like you can't order something from if you want to get something made. Like people, first of all, China doesn't want to make anything custom. They want to make generic and bland, and you can't order like a couple of them. You can't be like, I just literally want 4 things. Like you can't order anything like that. So that's kind of the need we fill, where if you want to try something or play with something and you don't want to really get too invested, but you want to give it a shot, you can try it.
And you have a special connection with North Mountain.
I do, yeah. Rob Berkner is actually my uncle, and he is the owner.
And
North
so
Mountain.
have you worked there in the past, or?
I've always helped out, yeah. I'm helping out with the brew. I love brewing. He's got a nice little 10-barrel system back there, and that was actually it's what I learned to brew on, so a little spoiled. I used to always watch him homebrew, and so that was cool, and I love it. I mean, I love the smell. Ooh.
Oh, the smell.
Oh, man.
Nothing beats it.
Nope.
And all the cleaning, right?
Oh, that's so much fun.
So they would just have you clean and.
Oh, grain out for days.
Grinding
I
the
always
mash
seem to
tun,
show up.
yep.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're here right in time. Got some barrels.
Nice. And so, and you're on Etsy, right?
Yeah, we're brand new.
So, and I gave you a hard time, about Etsy earlier, but
You know what?
it's
if
good.
if girls buy
We
that's
have
all that
no
matters.
discrimination against our clients.
No.
Female, male, young, old, we do not care.
No, that's cool. I once went on Etsy to get my wife a ring, but instead I might want to get a
Stainless steel
engraved,
growler, and there you go.
Or maybe a
Stainless
jewelry
growler.
box or a watch box. We make all kinds of stuff.
And then you have you had Made in the Shade,
Yeah.
so you just did that.
Yep, that
And,
was awesome. And thanks for all the customers that came out and grabbed our
Much
glassware.
love, indeed. Yeah.
So now, even on that, are you at least getting their emails and some contact info to try to build up a database, or?
We actually got in contact with Abita. We got in contact with Alliance Distribution. We got in contact with a couple big name places that we're going to follow up on and hopefully get some leads on that.
Yeah,
Maybe even customers as well.
Definitely.
That'd be preferred. I feel like being as young as we are, we just really need to establish ourselves because people are interested, but it's still like we're new. It's just not a sold thing yet, but we'll make it so our name is known.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming. Dan, of course, thank you for coming.
Always, anytime you need me.
And, of course, Dan is a wonderful friend of the show, as well as Katie is. And, of course,
Hi, Katie.
Adam with his very manly beard tonight.
Hi, Adam.
And finally, though, Hoppy just came in.
Maybe you should
so
hop in here.
I want him to hop in real quick, literally, and say hey and tell us if he has anything big going on lately. What's your latest and greatest adventures, or regale us with all that is Hoppy? Boy, what a lead-in.
Hoppy hasn't had his beer yet.
Nice.
Rolling in here. What a nice flight that's up there with the Mother Road going on.
There you go.
Loving it. Is that the Grovey or the Grove?
I drank that one.
Too good to stay around. That's right.
Delicious. Wow, boy, we just had a big corporate tour the other day on Tuesday. It was huge.
Really?
We had about 27 people on and
Really?
toured the I'm out of breath running in here. The Four Peaks 8th Street, which we don't normally tour. So we're usually over at Wilson. And
Did you have two vehicles for that? You must have.
no,
right?
we rolled
All
in
in
the bigger bus,
Oh, okay.
33 passenger bus.
Yeah.
So you said what was big? It was the big bus.
Nice. Do you have any tours coming up here, say within the next 2 to 3 weeks, probably after everything's edited and put back up? Anything coming up?
Oh, we got a tour this weekend. We've got some people coming from out of state. There's a bunch of things happening. We've got some calls from some of the breweries that want to roll through Phoenix and just a bunch of stuff. Can't really throw some names out there just yet, but
no.
nothing's finalized. But just big stuff. We had that huge ride a couple Mondays ago with Arizona Wilderness and Milker and
McKellar.
McKellar,
Yeah.
yep, and Mickle was on, and it was just that was a great time. So just all sorts of things happening.
Wow.
There's just it's not stopping. The summer's not slowing down as far as tours go. So we're delighted.
Now's the time to travel. Now's the time to get out and let somebody else drive. And
I actually got out of town last weekend.
Where'd you go?
It was up in Washington State. It was in the Anacortes area.
Oh,
So
okay.
touring some breweries and seeing some family. So actually, we had Phil and Julie Meeker on rocking our tour that weekend for a bachelorette party.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Hi,
Just
thanks for
wanted
having
to,
me on. Got to make sure Travis did he mention his uncle and his awesome brewery up in North Mountain, or did you? Right on.
7th Street and Dunlap. Go on out. Give it a shot.
All right,
Nice.
thanks guys.
All right, thanks, Hoppy.
Cheers.
Get a beer. So, this has been Dunk with DrinkinAZ and the Dunk Tank. And I want to thank all my special guests because think about it, you got lucky. Not only did you get myself, but you got Dan, you got John, you got Travis, and Hoppy. And anybody with a name like that
Winning.
got to be cool. So, thank you very much, and
Thank
hope
you.
you enjoy the podcast, and we
Thank
will
you.
talk to you later.